I am coming to you with this update for Throwback 30 without any makeup on because last time I recorded and put makeup on, I started feeling a little under the weather again, so I think something may have been contaminated from when I had COVID or right before I had COVID. So I am in the process of sanitizing all my makeup and my brushes, and I didn't want to risk putting anything on my face right now because all the powder products have gotten sprayed down. My lipsticks were sprayed down. My pencils are sharpened. Everything is wiped down. I just want to make sure I don't get sick again. So, today I have an update for Throwback 30, so stay tuned. All right, Throwback 30 is a PANtastic Ladies Facebook group collab project. It was created by Jessica Lee, and it is all about the different projects that are created in the PANtastic Ladies Facebook group and putting together 30 of them because we don't have time to do them all, and then doing one prompt from each of those projects. So I am doing mine rolling style. I started by bringing in 15 every other prompt down the list, and then each month I am bringing in new items as I roll things out. So this month I do have a few rollouts. They're mainly declutters because of contamination, things I can't sanitize. So let's get into how I'm doing. The first product is for 50 Shades of Brown, and for that I have an aromatherapy oil in the scent Clarity in a brown bottle. And last month we were up here. Last month we were here. This month we made just a little bit of progress. I haven't been as home as much and haven't been using it as often. Plus I was sick at the beginning of the month, I think just after recording this video last month. So it hasn't gotten much use, but we're still working on it. My goal is to finish it. The next project is for 50 Shades of Pink, and this is one of the first items that is being decluttered because of contamination. This is my Medusa's Makeup Disco Queen lip gloss. My goal was to try and finish this. There's really not a whole lot left in there. Most of it stuck to the sides, but I did use this while I was sick. So I am going to declutter it and call this goal met. During the first month I used it 6 times at last update, and since then I used it once or twice. I have one marked use, but I may have used it more than once. And yeah, I don't feel confident putting this on my lips again, and I feel I got enough use out of it to consider this prompt finish. If you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be happy to roll something else in its place. The next prompt is for 50 Shades of Yellow Gold, and for that I brought in my lip scrub from Spascriptions, and it is in their Manuka Honey and Nectarine, and I'm making slow progress. My goal is to try and finish it. It's about 2/3 full or 1/3 empty, between a third to a half empty. So still working on it. Looks like since the last update, I only have 2 marked uses. I may have used it once more. I've been having trouble remembering to mark all my uses, but that is staying in. Next up is for Beauty A to Z, and I randomly selected a letter S. So I brought in my Sun Bath bronzer from Complex Culture, and this is in the shade Play. I also rolled this into my... Did I? Yes. Things I want to pan for the end of the year. My whole project pan. Whatever. Anyway, I have a great big pan in there. Well, I mean, one whole waffle square. Seems to be coming out fairly cleanly, so hopefully that is good. My goal in this project is to use it 25 times. At the first update, I've used it 7, and over the last month, I have 2 marked uses. Again, another one I may have used another time, but I don't recall. It is a little bit darker than normal because I just sprayed it with alcohol and I am letting it dry along with all my other products, paper powder products that are in front of me. So that is staying in. That brings me to a total of 9 uses so far out of 25. The next item was a rollout anyway, so it's being decluttered as well, but I'm not going to continue using it. It is for Budget Beauty, and this is the Mega Volume Mascara from Wet n Wild. I had it in to use until September. This is September, so it was rolling out anyway, and so that is a goal met for that guy. Next is for the prompt project color pan. Sorry if I scratch my scalp. I'm having an eczema flare up. I don't know. I have an appointment with the doctor to figure it out, but I have scaly, flaky patches here and there on my scalp, and it's a bit itchy, so I'm trying not to scratch it, but if you see me doing it a lot, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try not to. Anyway, moving on. The next one is for color pan, and that I brought in my ColourPop lippy stick in the shade Cami. And in the process of sanitizing it, it seems to have, nope, I spoke too soon. I was like, it seems to have stuck itself back to the base. Anyway, my goal is to finish this, and according to my tracker, I only used it twice in the last month. I did sanitize this. And so that brings me to 6 uses since bringing it in, and there's no progress on the paper, so I will not be inserting a picture of that. Next is for drop 10 before summer, and for that I brought in my Jergens Natural Glow lotion. It gradually creates flawless natural looking color. It is firming daily moisturizer for fair to medium skin tones. A lot going on there. Anyway, when we brought it in, we were here at the last update. I'd only used it a little bit. Since then, I've used it twice over my whole body, arms, legs, torso. Anyway, so we made a nice jump there. I've used it 4 times since bringing it into the project, so I'm guessing 4 or 5 more uses, and that should be gone. I've decided I don't need self-tanners in my life. I don't care if I'm pale, so yeah, I probably won't be repurchasing this again, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm gonna keep working on it. All right, the next one is for Harry Potter, and I brought in the one that says Slytherin and has the house colors, which are green and silver, so I brought in the leave-in conditioner from Design Essentials with almond and avocado leave-in conditioner, because there's green and silver. Anyway, my goal is to use half of what is in here. Yes, and I did not mark a halfway point, but I think we brought it in. I was at that great big fat line. I should probably put a halfway mark on here. If I did already, it's rubbed off. So halfway looks to be about there. So I made a little mark there. That is our goal. Anyway, I have only used this a few times. It says I've used it once since my last update. It's too big to take traveling with me, and I haven't used it at home that I can recall, except for the once. Anyway, no progress to show. But I'm keeping it in. Alright, moving on. It's Panning Cats and Dogs. I brought in the Peach and Lily Matcha moisturizer. I have not opened it, so nothing to talk about there. Mean Girls quotes. I picked the quote, whatever, I'm getting cheese fries. So this is a comfort item, and I forgot to grab it because it's in the declutter bin. 1 second. Okay, we're back. So I chose to bring in my So Pouty lip gloss balm from Wet n Wild. I started this on August 17th, and I used it while I was sick. So I don't know if I can sanitize it. Could try. Is it worth it? I'll try sanitizing it. Anyway, at the last update, I'd marked it. We were right there, I think. And anyway, we're down here right now. So I used quite a bit in the last month. I'm going to put this aside. Let me know in the comments if you think I should try sanitizing it with spraying it with alcohol, if you think that'll work, or if you think, because it's a lip balm, or if you think it's just worth tossing it because it would not matter if I sanitized it. I don't know. I'm not used to having to sanitize products when I'm sick. So let me know what you think down below, and I will await your determination. So that's either being decluttered or staying in. I am working on another balm from that line. I'm working on the peachy one. That one is called Coconuts for You. So we'll see. Next is for same pan last year, and I randomly chose the prompt Day of the Dead, and I'm bringing in a graveyard item, which I'm hiding from myself. It is the Yensa foundation. This is just a deluxe sample I got through Ipsy, and this is their Super Serum Silk Foundation in the shade Light Neutral, and the packaging is opaque, so I cannot tell. But guessing by tapping on it, it's down here somewhere. My goal is to finish it, and I have used it at least once since the last update. I have no marked uses, but I know I used it at least once. So I'm gonna mark a use because I remember using it at least once. Because I have to mix it with a concealer. So that brings me to 4 uses so far, and anyway, my goal is to finish it, so doesn't matter how many uses. It's just curious. Alright, moving on. The next prompt is for That's Expensive, and I brought in a perfume, or technically a cologne, because I think colognes and perfumes are expensive. This one is from Avon, and is Black Suede Cologne. And I brought it in, and it was just up at the top, and last update we marked it right here. I have used it a couple times. I have no marked uses. I don't think I was marking uses on this anymore. I was just going to mark progress, but it's just below the marked line that I had previously, so not enough to make a new mark. Alright, the next prompt is for the Golden Girls, and that is, I brought in Dorothy, a good lipstick or blush. There it is. I was like, I have all these powdered products sitting in front of me. I gotta find it here somewhere. I brought in the Essence blush. The packaging is broken. I will depot it soon. This is in the shade 70 Believing, 70 Believing, and this is a beautiful pink blush. I would give you a swatch, but I just sprayed it with alcohol, so anyway, my goal is to use it 25 times. I have 1 marked use this month, bringing me to a total of 4 uses so far. I don't think that's accurate, but I don't remember. Being sick kind of threw off my whole tracking of all my products, so who knows. Alright, the next one is one of the other things that's sprawled across my desk in front of me, is for tiny pans, and that it was a PANtastic Ladies Collab group Pan That palette theme, where you work on your smallest palette with the smallest pans. So I brought in a palette I think has fairly small pans. I have no idea what this actual size is, but this is from Aether Beauty. It is their Moonlight Crystal palette. That's what she looks like. And then that's the color story on the inside. My goal is to use each shade 5 times. Let me turn it over this way so I can tell you. Shade number 1 I have, that's this one, I have not used. Shade 2 I've used twice. Shade 3 I've used once. Shade 4 I've used once. Shade 5, it's this pink, I've used once. Shade 6, which is the blue on top, I've used once. Shade 7 is the green right here in the middle. I thought I used that, but I don't have a marked use, so I'm going to go with no, I didn't. So no uses. Shade 8, this one up here, I've used once. Shade 9, which is this one, dark gray, I've used once. Shade 10, the purple, I've used twice. Shade 11, this dark purple, I've used twice. And finally, shade 12, this teal, I've used once. I'm working on it. I also have a tally in here, and I have a tally in my book. So either way, I've used them several times. Okay. Last month I brought in Turn and Burn, and I brought in 7 foil packets, which I didn't grab. Whoop, one more. Okay. And I have used up one. I used it where I'm sitting, and I forgot to bring it with me. It was the... Nope. Can't remember. A Nourish facial cleanser. Anyway, so I still have 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I used 1 out of 7. Still working. All right. And finally, the last product I had in was for the project Women Who Rock, and I randomly selected Katy Perry Roar, and that is a product that makes you feel fierce. I feel fierce when I'm wearing nail polish, and I brought in a mini nail polish from e.l.f. that I want to finish. This is just a white cream, and I did mark where we are at right now because I forgot to mark it when I brought it in, but I have used it once since bringing it into the project. So we're going to see how many uses it will take to finish it. All right, so that being said, I have 2 declutters. And is that it? Oh, 3. Well, maybe. I have 2 declutters for sure that I met my goal on, and 1, the lip balm, is a maybe. I am bringing in 1, just 1. Okay. I thought I'd selected more, but apparently not. I am bringing in 1 new prompt, and that is going to be for Zodiac Panner. I'm working my way back up. And for that, I picked Capricorn, which is my sign, and it's an earth sign, so I'm bringing in brown. And I'm not a big fan of brown, but I have the Marbicorn. You probably recognize this, and I have 1 shade down here that is not being worked on currently, that does not have pan. It is one of 2 shades in this palette that does not have pan, and I want to work on hitting pan. This is the shade Spray Tan, and it is a brown. I would swatch it, but it is damp from alcohol. So that is what I'm bringing in, is Spray Tan to hit pan. That is everything for today's update. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you want to keep in touch with all that's going on in all my videos and what have you, then hit the subscribe button. It's really quick and easy and free. And you can hit the little bell icon to be notified when I upload my next video as well. Anyway, until my next video, take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!